And 2021 was an incredible year, and I got to spend the year with some incredible people, Michelle, McCullum, and Amanda. They were just such a blessing to kids ministry, and as we planned the year last year, our whole thing and the premise for what we wanted the kids to step into was everything that we did, we wanted to just be intentional and purposeful. Like any event that we had, anything that we had, that's what everything was revolved around. Was it intentional? Is it purposeful? And so if you attended any of those things, we hope that you felt that, because that was our goal in having these kids, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. So I'm going to start with two celebrations. One is that we have a new kids theater for kindergarten through third grade, and if you haven't been over there, I would encourage you to get over there and check it out, because it's because of your generosity and all that we are able to have a new space for our kids ministry to meet on a Sunday morning, and it's just more usable ministry space, and we are so grateful for that. So give yourselves a round of applause, because it's all because of you that was able to happen. So thank you for that. And the next point that I really want to make is Michelle McCullum, come up here. I didn't tell her I was going to do this, so she loves being surprised. So you all probably got the email, but Michelle has been the kids ministry preschool coordinator for a few years, and she has done an incredible job for our preschoolers and trying to be very intentional with connecting our preschool parents to relationships with each other and just how to step into the church when you're in preschool life, especially over the last couple of years. So thank you for all that you've done as she steps out of preschool ministry. Actually, today is her last official day on staff, so we're sad about that. But she's going to continue to be in women's ministry, helping and support that. So she will be your contact for that. So come on out. Got a little surprise for you. So thank you, Michelle. So something I wanted to highlight that Michelle did that was amazing this year is child dedication. And if you don't know what child dedication is, it's just when it's more parent dedication is what it is. So parents will stand up on the stage and they will say, I'm going to point my child in the direction of Jesus. Their whole life, I commit to this. And not only did she have where they could stand up on stage, but she created this environment on a Saturday morning where families got together and they were allowed to invite anyone that they wanted that was going to have influence over their child. And just to understand a little bit more of like what it looks like to commit you as a parent to leading your child to Jesus. And so she did an incredible job on that. So a couple of other things that, again, I only have 5 minutes, and I've probably already used half. So a couple of other things that I wanted to highlight is that we had, we as kids ministry team wanted our kids to understand what it looks like to be the church, which the church is not just sitting in the seat on a Sunday morning. Can we all agree with that, right? Yes, we can agree. Okay, so we wanted them to understand what it looks like to be a part of the church. And so we have a mobile food pantry, as you just heard, and we had a contest back in August for stock at the food pantry. And over the month, we had kids bringing in food. It was like birth through 12th grade. It was a contest. And so we were trying to get parents excited, parents of babies excited, all this stuff. And so they brought in over 1,600 items of food for the food pantry in August. And it was just an incredible thing to stock the food pantry. And it really, 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 really brought out the competitiveness of some of our small group leaders. I mean, Gail and Bruce Rich. I'm just kidding. I know they're in here somewhere. Anyway, but yes, they won. They won. Their 4-5 team won, and the 4th and 5th graders got to enjoy a Papa John's pizza party for breakfast on Sunday morning. So that was awesome. The kids loved that. So we just, again, we want to be intentional. We want to show the kids what it looks like to be the church, which is why we had Next Gen Takeover Sunday. Who was here for Next Gen Takeover Sunday? Did you just feel more energy in the room? How could you not when there were like 60 kids over here serving? They were serving hot chocolate, which actually all 60 of them wanted to sign up to serve hot chocolate because that's what they thought. They could only get hot chocolate if they served it. And so we enjoyed having kids on the stage from 3 years old. In our worship team, we had students with announcements. We had kids running cameras, helping in parking, all of that, just helping them step into what does church look like. And so my question is, if a kid can do it, I think all of you can also. So you have a card on your lap, probably, or under you. And I would just encourage you, as we go through the night, to just think about, like, if you haven't stepped into volunteering somewhere, even if it's not on a Sunday morning, there's about 1,000 things that we could have you step into. So we just encourage you to do that. And I just know that, like, kids ministry has been my heart for 8 years. And I'm actually, speaking of takeover, Michelle Lape, come on up. This is our new kids ministry director. This is her 4th Sunday with us, 4 Sundays. She's already done an incredible job. She is doing lots of good things. She's actually been a member or a part of this church for 3 years, her and her family. So I'm handing over the reins to her as she steps into kids ministry.
Thank you, Kellie. And those that know Kellie know that she just barely scratched the surface of all the great things with kids ministry and all the great things that have happened here at Cornerstone. So it's a lot to step into, but very excited. Now, you would think since there's 2 of us that we'd have more time, but I'm going to try to cruise through a couple things here. And I didn't tell you about this, but I'm going to tell them a little story, just a little one. I'm going to tell you about a life coach of mine. Are you ready? I also didn't tell Pastor Mark about this either. So this life coach of mine, probably about the last 3 years, and has been my little inspiration and motivator, and really just pushing when just chaos gets in the way, right? When you just get caught up in day-to-day things. Well, this life coach happens to be 4 years old now, and just has really helped me to get more and more involved here at Cornerstone. And I want to tell you, maybe last week before, this life coach is in my kitchen moving a full-size chair over to the counter, right? In her mind, knowing she's about to climb onto the counter and get into the cupboard, which is on top of the refrigerator. And she says, "It's okay. God designed me to do big things, right, Mom?" Well played, little life coach. You are absolutely correct. So again, as Kellie mentioned, the cards that are right there in your seat, just in my short time that I have been here on staff, I've seen numerous ways that each of you could get involved. In fact, if you notice, Kellie's lanyard over here, do you notice hers is pretty stylish and mine is a little lacking? Well, this particular button, I have, in just 3 short weeks, earned my Goldfish distributor button. Yes, and you can too. So again, check that box, and I will personally give you a call and find ways that you can get involved with our ministry as well.